Okay, a little different video, but this is about electronic or online banking and some things that I think should be changed, especially with Apple billing. And, it's kind of like how in casinos they give you chips to use because it sort of desensitizes you to realizing that it's actual money. So I was, starting to pay some really close focus to my finances. And I had charges every month. I've seen and I kind of ignored, and this happened with two different things. And I have a resolution. I'm sure Apple would not want it, but I think I want to start something that, you know, that we demand this from Apple. I think they'll deny it because I think they know what they're doing. So I had these bills for Apple billing, and like one was, hold on, I'm going to look at my old school checkbook, which I'm going back to because this electronic checkbook it's not working for me. So, okay, so one is for $10.54. The other one was for $8.43. Now, when I go to my phone under subscriptions, I have one and one only. So that one was on there. I had three Apple bills every month. And I kind of just assumed that maybe they were my kids because they're under there too. And I thought maybe they had an app or whatever. And it wasn't much. It was the whatever I just said, the $10 and the $8.50, around $10.50 and $8.50 each. So I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. So, I looked, I only have one subscription. So I finally called the other day and asked what they were. So one was for Hulu, and I canceled that 6 months ago. I canceled that subscription. So that was one my daughter signed up for, and we talked about it. She uses Netflix. There was no need to have both. I'm trying to have a tighter budget. So I canceled it 6 months ago. Well, I called Apple. I asked them what these charges were that I didn't recognize. The one was Hulu and the other was Stars. That one's even more frustrating. So they credited me 2 months. They said that's their strict policy. That's all they can do is credit me 2 months. And they canceled the subscription. I said, well, thank you for giving me 2 months of my money back when I actually canceled it 6 months ago. Like, I'm not really grateful for that. You owe me another 4 months. And they said, no, really the best way, how did you cancel it? And I said, through the app, because I don't even see it under my subscription. So I canceled it through the app. He said, well, really the best way is to cancel it through Apple. I'm like, well, why would they have the option to cancel it through the app if it doesn't work? So I asked for a supervisor. He was even worse. He was really a jerk. And he told me, well, why don't you just call Hulu? Although I call Hulu and they say you absolutely canceled it 6 months ago. And we're sorry, if you paid through us, we would give you the 6 months back. But you paid through Apple. So it's third-party billing. So we cannot give you the money back. Which I'm pretty sure the Apple guy knew. So Apple says absolutely they will not. And then it turns out that the reason I didn't see it was because it was being billed under a past Apple ID that I had years and years and years ago. And they told me that I had to go under that email to have seen it. Well, that email has not existed for years and years. It was actually Roadrunner that got bought out by Time Warner that got bought out by Spectrum. So that Apple ID doesn't even exist. So I had no way to see that I had those bills. The thing that I want to ask for from Apple that would have made this all fine for me was if it didn't have a nondescript thing like that. That's like back to the gambling chip from the casino. If it had said Apple bill Hulu, I would have said, no, no, no. Right away, I would have noticed. Right after I had canceled it with Hulu, I would have thought, why do I have a Hulu payment going on? So why are they charging us nondescript charges I think because of this. So now they got 6 months out of me for something that I canceled 6 months ago. The stars one is even more aggravating. I've been paying on that for years, and no one has used stars for years. I actually even remember canceling that a long time ago, getting credited for them charging me, yet apparently I didn't cancel it with that Apple ID that I don't even have access to. So again, if that had said Apple billing stars, I would have noticed it on my banking. That's why I went back to my old school, and then I can compare, because unless we can get them to be ethical and accountable and mark their payments with what you are being charged. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's third-party billing. So you might see apple.com, and my daughter even had something like this recently. She's like, oh, I just thought it was this or that. I'm like, that's the problem. That's what I thought too. So it should be described. This is Apple third-party billing for stars. This is Apple sorry, my dog just bumped into me. Third-party billing for Hulu. So anyways, yeah, I'm stuck paying for years of stars service that they can see I don't even use. I do not even have access to that Apple ID. By the way, I can't cancel that Apple ID because I don't have access to that email, and I don't have access to that password. So, they won't even let me cancel that. So I'm like, are you going to start charging me other things that, that are associated with that? So anyways, I think that the remedy, of course, now I'm checking so that I can see right away, wait a minute, what is this? But also that Apple should be ethical and let you know what they're billing you, not just Apple billing. It should say Apple billing Hulu, Apple billing stars, and it would have saved me a lot of money. All right, peace out.